Hey everybody, spring is in the air. We're all getting pumped. Spring bear season's coming. And I just want to talk to everybody. Last year we announced that we're not doing bear rugs anymore. And I think we decided on that because we were so upset with, you know, if a bear is thin and someone ships us this bear and we want a bear rug. And then it doesn't reflect our work good, and you won't be happy with that bear rug. So I feel like I'm taking your, you know, I'm doing this for you, and you're not going to be happy with this, and you're going to go, wow, he has no idea what he's doing, because there's a foot of thin hide on each side of your bear rug. And you can dye it, but it looks like rawhide, and it's just not good. So I've decided this year, we're going to do bear rugs, but be truthful to yourself. Is this going to make a good bear rug when you ship it to us? So if it's thin, and you're seeing, you know, 10 inches strip on each side of the belly, and it's thin, don't ship us that for a rug. Do a life size, do a shoulder mount, do a half body, but don't do a rug. You're not going to be happy with it. Doesn't matter what I do to it. You can't make that thing look good. So anyway, another thing so that's the main thing. We're not doing rugs that are thin. Now, we want to do to you a quick tutorial about how you can skin your barrel for a rug, to do it properly, so that make sure that it's done right, so it looks good when we felt it. The key to doing a rug, and the most important thing, is on the front legs. We come down the back of the front leg, and when we hit this joint right here, do not continue down like this. Because what's going to happen is you're going to have a void here. When our center line cut here, you're thinning out the hide here, so you're going to have a really narrow, behind the front legs, you're going to have a really narrow leather area there, and it's going to look terrible. So when you get to this white joint, then we'll start, and we're going to start coming in between the legs like this. And when we get to that, then we get to the center cut. Make sure this leg and that leg are cut exactly the same spot. Don't start skinning anything until you've made all your cuts so that it's even from side to side. You don't want one leg up, one leg down. So that's the most important thing. And with the rug, we go right up the back of the leg until you hit the dead center of the pad, okay? That's the key. We come down, we can go right through there, we come up, and we go right down the back of the leg, same way as the front, and we go right to the center of the paw. So that's how you skin a rug. Now, if you know you're doing a rug, you can cut this up here to make it easier for skinning, because we only need it to there, so we can go right to there. So that kind of gives you a quick rundown to make this simple. If you do that cuts, we'd be pleased to do your mount. We're gonna do an awesome job with thick hair. That's gonna be great. Now, I don't wanna make this video too long, but a quick thing. The only thing different on a life-size bear is, instead of cutting to the center of the pad right here, we're gonna take this cut from here, and we're gonna go on the inside of the pad, and we're gonna go until we hit the first toe. Now we'll skin the foot out of there. So that's the only difference with a life size. On both the front and the back, we're gonna come into the inside like this, not cutting through the pad, just on the side of the pad, maybe in about an inch of the hair. That's the only difference in life size to rugs that we like. We don't like them cut up the back. If your taxidermist does, talk to him before he does it. Another thing with bears is, don't roll them up in a ball. If you roll them up in a ball in a garbage bag, that thing will take 3 days to throw out in your little cube freezer. Unless you've got a massive walk-in freezer that's gonna tan that thing fast, or freeze that thing fast. So the key is, when you get this bear, lay it out, let it cool. Then you take it, put it in your freezer, and if you put it in your freezer, if you can lay it out on a tarp or garbage bag to let that thing cool, get it cool, and then flip it over and put it in a garbage bag and freeze it flat. You won't have your problems. Whenever we have problems with bears that have slippage, it's always in the thick part of the neck, because they left the head in the bear, and this is warm in here. The head gets rolled up in a ball, and their hair slips. We don't slip bears here at Orion. So, you know, you have to make sure that it's taken care of 100%. And if you got any questions, you give us a call. So Orion's happy to announce that we're doing bear rugs again, but these few key things is, make sure your bear's haired properly and get her skinned right. And if you've got any questions at all, there's never a dumb question, give the shop a call. We'll make sure we answer it. Happy hunting.